Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates on the beta pre-launch of We Share Abundance. And it's Super Saturday in the Six Nations, and I've spent most of the day devoted to watching rugby, and I'm exhausted. How can you get exhausted sat in a chair with your feet up watching something? Um, it's amazing, really, isn't it? Um, might as well update you on what's gone on there, if you're interested or not. Uh, as expected, Scotland uh, had an easy victory over Italy. And I don't think it was expected for Ireland to have an easy victory over England, but that's what it turned out to be. Ireland really outplayed England in every area of the pitch and ran out convincing winners despite being down to 13 men at the end. So well done, Ireland. England are in disarray. All we need now is for Everton to knock Manchester City out of the FA Cup, and my day's complete. Okay. Um, I think I'll apply for Irish citizenship. Can't even say it. Irish citizenship. I'll have to change the flag. Okay. Right. So where are we up to? What have we got? Well, let's get started as usual with a small prayer. Heavenly Father, bless this community that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and through that love that each may find the joy of service, and through that service may they attract the blessings from you of all that they need in life. Amen. Okay, so what's the next step? The next step, I suppose, is to make sure that I am actually live, and the best way to do that is to get into Facebook and the group, and hopefully we'll see the video, yeah, and we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so Umar is top of the comments list again. He's got the knack now. He's really beating Russ to the punch on a regular basis, and Dave's up in second place. So he's beating Russ to the punch as well, as is Ramachandra and Assad. Okay, so that's Pakistan, UK, and India, with a bit more Pakistan in there, and Russ Cowley from Geordieland down in fifth place, I think. Okay. So who else have we got in? What other countries have we got? Netherlands. I don't know. The cricket match has well been on today, I think. I don't know what's happened there. Have England got stuffed in the cricket as well? I don't know. It's T20. It's not my main focus, but it is of interest to me. I'll have to check that later. Hope Graham didn't see the first two comments. Yeah, I think I saw them. Unless there were comments before I got on here. South Africa, Pakistan, Kenya, USA, Canada, South Africa. Good to see everybody. Good that you're all here. There is the big match, of course, coming up, the one that should be a really top-notch match, with Wales going for the Grand Slam against France. Should be a very, very good game. Two sides at the top of their form, and we've got a route for Wales, I suppose, haven't we, to go for the Grand Slam? But it would be nice to see France win the Six Nations as well. They've not won it for a while, and they've got a really exciting team. I think France are going to be a top team for a few years now. They've got some really good players in there and some good coaches. And Denmark's in the house. Okay. Let me see what I've got down here. Report from Devyani, because she's been working with Christian on the new website. So let me just check there. Yeah, we've got. She basically has been setting up the development environment on her machine. What that means, I don't know. And she started working on tasks as discussed with Christian. And basically, what she's doing is she's working on the month-end creation and everything we do in running the monthly process. And she's doing that on the new site. And she will soon complete all those tasks, she says. So good for Devyani. Devyani is going to make a big difference in the speed that we get things working on that new site. I've lost my place now. Where's Facebook gone? Here we go. I think it's this tab. Yeah. Okay. Newcastle v Brighton. Yeah, two possible contenders for the second division fighting it out. Not called second division now. What's it called? Championship. Okay. Nigeria. More from Nigeria. And I've just been notified that England got stuffed at cricket as well. So yeah, all we need now is City to get knocked out of the cup by Everton, and that's my day complete. So there we go. What else? Yeah, the Multiply Visa website. Mujan's been working on that, and he's sorted out all the things that I put on there. There's still the video to go on, but I've got thoughts about changing some of that, so that's not quite ready yet. And the FAQs, I don't think we should need too many FAQs that are down at the bottom there. How much is it to get started? Do you need to refer anybody? What payment methods do you accept? Pretty much it, I would think. Something along those lines. We don't want to get a big long list of questions down there. We just want perhaps the main things that concern people before they register. So that's where we are with that, and I'm not sure what's happening with the back end. I know that. Let me see if I can check on that. I'll just check now with my conversation. Yeah, I thought so. Rohit's travelling today, so he'll be on the back end on Sunday. So we'll see what developments there are in the back end. There's some things I've asked him to do there, and then Mujan may need to tidy up the back end a little bit. I need to sort out that video, and I'm probably going to need Raj's help for that, because there's a few things that I want to do that Raj is good at, and it'll make the video more exciting, I think. It'll be a lot better. Okay, and we got Holland in the house as well. So that's where we're up to on the development, and that's where we're up to sports-wise. Not a good day. And we've got Greece here, and what else have we got? We've got the normal situation with the support desk and the KYC team and deposits and all that sort of thing, well up to date. Nest eggs I've not touched today yet, but there haven't been very many coming through. But what's come through today, I will get to tomorrow. They were up to date yesterday. And withdrawals, there's just no funds, not worth transferring the funds that we've got at the moment. Hopefully by tomorrow there'll be enough to make it worthwhile to transfer some funds, and we'll get more withdrawals paid. But at the moment we just don't have any funds. Weezer tokens, well, we'll cover that in the numbers which we've got here. So let's do the numbers. We got a question here, just a minute. Oh, we got Mexico in the house as well. Mexico. I lived in Mexico for a short while. Lovely country. I loved it. Not for very long, but I mean, a little while in Mexico City and a little while in the Yucatan. But it was a long time ago, before it was quite as commercialized as it is now. What would happen if someone bought a nest egg, want to close this account or her account? He will be balanced. If somebody closes their account and they bought a nest egg, they'll get back what they paid for the nest egg. They won't get the nest egg benefit. So if they spent $100 or $110 or whatever it is on nest eggs, they'll get $110 back. They won't get 10 Weezer tokens or whatever would have been in the nest egg. And we got New Zealand, and we got Germany. Hi, we got a lot of different countries, and it's always exciting to have lots of different countries here. Multinational nation, cosmopolitan. Okay. So what have we got? We've got 164 new registrations today, about the same as yesterday, slightly up, but only very, very slightly. A net increase of 76, which is up more than yesterday, because we knocked out 78 inactive members today. Our active members count averaged over the last few days. This is people that have logged in over the last few days on a daily basis. That's down 159 people to 29,123. We have 24 new Pool 1 stakes and just 8 new Pool 6 stakes, new elite members, same as yesterday. So once again, that's why we've no funds. We're looking at, a couple of $100, and then that's it. And it's not worth transferring because the fees are prohibitive on small amounts. So we have to wait till we get some decent amounts, otherwise the fees eat up what we're transferring. Site ranking is also down 83 places. We're now the 9,671st site. So that's dropped 83 places. And the tokens are about the same. They're showing at 91.79 on CoinRanking when I took the numbers. I don't know why they're that low, because we're selling at about 95, I think. But anyway, that's what it's showing on CoinRanking. That's averaged over all the different trading for the past 24 hours. And the trading volume for the past 24 hours is 11,025. So that's up a little bit on yesterday. The back office was showing the market value at $96.94, and our coin ranking was down 9 places to 633. So once we start the move upwards and we get people buying the tokens for different reasons, as well as staking pools, then we will see all that changing. And the first thing, of course, will be the Multiply Weezer site. And as soon as we get them all, we can be adding lots and lots of different products into that. And there's ideas for an additional for additional products and services and things. So lots going on in the background, all moving along steadily, and we are still in beta pre-launch. We are still getting things sorted out. We are still plotting our course on the map. We know where we're going, and we know pretty much how we're going to get there, but it's all just putting it all in place. Okay, we've got a couple of questions. When Multiply Weezer is launched, you better hang on to your socks because it will blow them all. Okay, that's not a question, but thanks for your confidence for us. Graham, will positions of spillover in Multiply Weezer matrix fall and be allocated from left to right in vacant positions? Yes, but it's not company-wide. It's only within your matrix. So it's whoever is your upline is going to be responsible for spillover. And we got Morocco in the house as well. 21 of my downline have received the withdrawal to date. Okay, that's nice, Sancho. Good. Okay, we are paying them. We're paying as much as we possibly can, as many people as we possibly can. But we are restricted due to the fact that we just aren't getting the same numbers coming in, and we all know the reasons for that. Okay. And Diane Pittman Goldie, hi, from South Africa, I believe. So hello to you too. So I pretty much covered everything, I think. Let me have a drink and have a think. What I'll do while I'm having a drink and a think is I'll just check what's going on here. Okay, Manchester City have taken the lead against Everton just now. And there's 84 minutes gone, so Everton are going to have to throw everything forward and try and get an equaliser, and that may open up their defence for more goals. We'll have to wait and see. So maybe we get one result from teams that I support. The least important, as far as I'm concerned. Rugby is my number one. Cricket is my number two. Football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, is well behind both of them in number 3 place, I suppose. And where's my bonny lassie from Scotland? I don't know. I have heard from her today. She has been asking if there are any withdrawals to pay, and there aren't. So there we go. I'll tell you where we're up to with withdrawal. Well, no, I won't, because it's going to cause a precedent. So I won't do that anyway. So anyway, connecting from Nigeria, Weezer is up. Is it up? Can't be up very much, I don't think, because we don't have the funds to move it through the blocks at the moment. So I don't really see it going up until we get Multiply Weezer launched, and then we'll start to see movement. And then as we get the new site launched, we'll see even more movement. Let me just check. Somebody's saying Weezer's up. Let's see if it's. Yeah, I had it at what, 8? I had it at 91. and it's up just over 95 now, I see. So it's up a little bit. But 95 is about right. I think we're selling at 95 on the exchange, but we're not buying an awful lot at that. We're not getting much in. And just got a message from Lismo, who does an awful lot of work for us, saying that deposits and tickets are all up to date, which is nothing more than I would expect from such an amazing team. Assad wants me to put the price higher, like 180 or 175. If I did that, we wouldn't sell any tokens at all. They'd all be sold to people that have sales offers in at below 180 or 175. Just to give you an idea, I think, yeah, I can still log in. We're selling at 95. And there are 1.5, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23. There are about 25 tokens that would need to be sold before we made a sale at $175. So if we were to sell at 175, there'd be 25 tokens, about $2,500 to $3,000 worth of tokens needing to be sold before we actually got any cash in. And that is the tokens that are showing now. But I'll tell you now, if we were to put our price in at 175 and buy up those tokens, if we had the funds to do it, which we don't, then we'd see an awful lot more tokens coming in underneath us, because we've got people sat on the edge now, just waiting for us to put the price up. And they'll say, okay, I'll cash my tokens in now. I was happy. I'll be happy to get 110 or 115 or 120 or 150 or whatever it is. And we'll see a lot more tokens coming into that space. So although it only shows 20, 25 tokens, something like that, for sale, it would probably double at least to 50 tokens. Which would mean we need $6,000 or $7,000 just to clear those out to get us up to about $175. It's just not possible at present. So there you go, Assad. That's you answered. Yeah, you can't blame people for selling whatever they want. I just wish they'd sell them, because I know a lot of them are members, and the majority of them are members, and I just wish they would do what we always ask and not sell in Litecoin, Bitcoin or USDN. Sell them for Waves or USDT or Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum or anything you want. But if you stay out of those three, we can do much better. How much do we need to go up to? Like 250? I don't know, I've not counted it, but I would guess probably 50 grand. Okay. How many days it take, like month, like week, like years? For what? I don't know what you're asking there. And we got more in from the UK. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't matter what the price is at present, because we are putting things in place to create more demand for the tokens. It's demand that is missing. It's the demand that is down, and that's what's causing the situation we have where we don't have the sales to pay the withdrawals. And so what we need to do is increase the demand. So how do we increase the demand? We have additional uh, things that people need to buy the tokens for, such as Multiply Reason, such as other products and advertising and services and all this sort of thing. And that's the simple answer, uh, because the demand has been flattened by the people that are complaining about. We had a small drop in demand, which meant that people couldn't get $100 or $1,000 or whatever, and that's when the complaints started. And we were handling it, and we got down to the point where we were paying $50, $60, $70, $75. People were still complaining, and the more complaints we got in, the less the demand. And the less the demand, the less funds we had to pay out withdrawals. So the money that people are getting has got less and less and less. So people are complaining more and more and more, and it's just pushing the demand down further. And this is what I covered yesterday in the drowning man syndrome. The people that want the withdrawals and are complaining are the ones that are causing us not to be able to pay withdrawals. It's really that simple. But it doesn't matter. It's just those people that are suffering. And they will either get over it and understand what we're about, or they'll leave. And either way, it's fine. It doesn't make any difference to where we're going and what we're doing, because the demand will increase. And once we get the demand going up, then we'll get into an upward spiral, and we'll be back into that growth period of value in the tokens, and that growth will fuel the liquidity, and the two things working together will cause more and more increase in both liquidity and value, and that will happen. When will it happen? Once we start seeing people getting involved in Multiply Weezer, and the more people that we get involved in that, the more it'll happen. And once we get the new site available, we'll get people joining the new site, because it'll have things that people will join for and would be willing to pay a lot of money for. And whether or not we start charging for those things, or whether we keep them all free or whatever, I'm not totally decided yet. My intention has always been to make them free, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to play it by ear and see how things go. We have to play what's in front of us, like you do in sport. You can have all the plans that you want, but when things crop up, you've got to be flexible enough to say, okay, this is happening. This is how we're going to overcome that, and that's what we'll continue to do. There are some speculators that are not members, but the majority of people that are out there buying and selling Weezer tokens are members. I know that for a fact. How do we put staking on Multiply Weezer? We don't. There's no staking on Multiply Weezer. It's any staking will be on We Share Abundance. Okay. Do you want the latest updates? Been another goal, and it's another goal for Manchester City. So City are through to the next round. It's going to be 2-0, that's full time, and that's it. So my day's not quite as miserable as it could have been. I'm not really bothered who wins the final game of rugby today, France or Wales. What I want to see is some really great rugby. Ireland played well, but it wasn't a contest. England was so much in disarray that it wasn't a great game, but you can't blame Ireland for that. But I think this France-Wales game is going to be really top-notch. Hopefully, we'll see some good running rugby, some good tactical rugby, and see a close contest instead of things like Scotland thrashing Italy and Ireland thrashing England. So, and apparently India thrashing England in the cricket. Okay, so that's where we are, and of course, the root of our goals, our mission, is to help people fight poverty, and that is fueled by the WISA token. And so we've got to get that WISA token better. We've got to improve it. We've got to make it more liquid, and we're going to increase its value. Not so that the people that have got thousands of tokens or even hundreds of tokens now become millionaires, which will happen, but because when that happens, we'll be able to help people all over the world find hope of escaping from living below the poverty line. And that's really what we're about. The fact that some people will become incredibly wealthy along the way, that's okay, and it's nice, and it'll attract more investments and things. That is what's the best part of this, the fact that it'll attract more investment, because that'll increase the liquidity and push the price up even more. And it'll allow us to help more and more and more people. It's not about the members that we have now becoming millionaires and multimillionaires. I don't think we've got anybody in a position to become a billionaire, but certainly we've got people that will become multimillionaires. It's about that will have an overall effect on the token, and that is what we're about, because that will enable us to go out and do all these things that we've got planned. Basically, just starting with paying people $25, $50, $60 a month, that makes a massive impact in their lives. And then, of course, it'll go beyond that, because we'll have that charity fund, and we'll be able to move those tokens, and we'll be able to say to orphans and say, we just want to prove that nobody's forgotten you. You are loved, and you are the future of this world, and we want to just give you a good time to show you that you are loved, and take them to theme parks, Disneyland, Disney World, or whatever else. And we need to go to places that are struggling with education and water and famine and this sort of thing, and help in those areas. And we'll be able to do that, but that'll come after we get to the point where we're helping our members with, charity begins at home, and our members are our home. They're all our citizens, and we want to make sure that they first of all have hope, and they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they can see that they're not always going to be downtrodden and struggling for food, and struggling to put clothes on the kids, a new pair of shoes, and buy them books and put them through schools and this sort of thing. So that's what it's all about. Okay. Ross said maybe a prayer for Newcastle United tonight. Yeah, you might need one. uh, you've got no strikers at the moment. You've got some good strikers in there. One of them's a real good one, but he's your main men are injured, and so you're struggling to score any goals. That's your problem at Newcastle. How do I get the sponsor ID for Multiply Weezer? You don't yet because we're not launching it yet. It's not ready. When it's ready, you'll know. So just hang in there. I want to see if we can place some good, some people that are good at referring other members in top positions, because that way, when you join, you'll get the spillover. And that'll help you. I mean, I want you to go out and don't rely on spillover. Go out and get a few people. If you only get 2 people, that helps, because that if everybody got 2, everything would go boom, 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 quick like that. But I know that some people will sit there and say, "Oh well, I'm happy just to get my profit share, and whatever happens on the matrix side, I'm not." They'll have this mental block. They'll say, "I can't recruit," instead of "How can I recruit?" They'll say, "I can't refer people," instead of "How can I refer people? I don't know anybody." Is another one. I mean, have you ever heard such a pathetic excuse? I don't know anybody. But I've heard them all. I've been involved in the home business industry for 1980. What is it? 40 odd years. And I've heard all the excuses. And most of them are pathetic. It's just that mindset. And I've not covered mindset for a couple of days, and I'm not going to cover it today, but we'll perhaps get back on it tomorrow. Okay, but that's pretty much all I've got for you today. And can those who are not in We Share Abundance take part in Multiply Weezer? Yeah, anybody can be in Multiply Weezer. But what will happen is people that are in Multiply Weezer will see the opportunity to increase their tokens by staking in We Share Abundance. So they'll join both and vice versa. But yeah, I mean, there'll be some people that will say, "Oh, I only want to get involved in Multiply Weezer. I'm not interested in We Share Abundance." But there'll be a minority, I think. Especially as the liquidity for the token picks up. Okay, so Russ is off to his football. I'm going to go off to my rugby, the final game of the day. And God bless you all. Thank you for being here. You are a blessing to humanity and to one another. And I love you all for your efforts and for your vision and for your pioneer spirit. And I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat in the Melon app before I go. We've got India and I'm just looking. We've got people from quite a few countries here. And we got somebody asking the same questions. I don't know what the same questions are because I can't see his original question, but he's probably on about withdrawals or something anyway. So there's nothing there, but welcome to all you people in that chat as well. Lovely to see you all. Lovely to be a part of your community and to be able to serve you. And I thank you for that. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow night.